Hello folks, it's Shadow here. Just introducing the new Shadow Crypto console that I've been talking about for so long on the internet and my communities, and finally I'm ready for the alpha release. And be aware, this is just the alpha release, so there will be more features such as importing and exporting GPG keys to your database and whatnot. This is simply just a front end to the database with some networking built in that will allow you to not have to use the command line and type everything over. It also gives you the flexibility to have a listening system somewhere else, and it doesn't matter what it is, so long as it can accept TCP connections. And what we're going to do is use Netcat, which is generally installed on every Linux system. So we're going to start the program up and kind of show you what it looks like. And as we see here, the system's ready, it's initialized. And just explaining the main interface here, this is the host or IP where you're going to send messages to, providing that that person has a listening socket open and whatever port you want to use. The send message will not work unless you have a listening socket on the other end. So this is going to be your recipient. The crypto system is just simply typing your secret message here. So we're just going to demonstrate that here. And we're just going to type hello world here. And the recipient dropdown is already populated from your database, so that's something that you won't have to worry about, and eventually you'll be able to import more into here. But we'll select our first one here and just simply click the encrypt button. And as you see, it takes us back to our main screen under the system log. It asks us, is the message encryption status true? And it's returned true, and message is prepared to send to the host. But as of now, we don't know if anyone on the other end. So basically, you would tell one of your friends to go ahead and start listening on a certain port. And we're going to use Netcat, which is, like I said, basically installed on most Linux systems with the -l-frag for listen and the minus port 909 for port. So right now, now we're listening as if we were a remote system ready to receive this private encrypted message. And once we click send, bingo. In an instant right now, we have this message sent to whoever we want to talk to securely. The difference between this and email is that the email is not residing on any email servers anymore. It's sent directly to your person that you're talking to as kind of a point-to-point, but the security portions of this program is that everything's encrypted and done with your private stuff on your local machine. As I said, there will never be a version of this for Windows simply because of the security flaws with Windows. It's simply not feasible. So this handles that, and it automatically closes the connection afterwards. So if you try to send this again, it's going to tell you that the host refused the connection, because immediately after you send that, I have my program disabling and closing the connection, as not to leave anything open and clean up the system. So now you could do this again, but you would have to listen again. Now, it all depends on how the other person wants to listen to that, but my system will simply close the connection. Another security feature that I have built into this is the security precautions which go with trust level. And as we try to select this user, and we see that the system here that I've wrote says crypto trust error, this basically means that you don't have enough trust assigned to that public key for you to do that, to send that message. So the system will give you the exact commands to type into the command line in order to do that. So if you're absolutely sure the recipient is who you want it to be, just simply copy this and put it into your terminal, and it will give you the GPG prompt. And just follow the directions. It's the prompt, type trust, and it'll tell you what decision, or ask you rather, what decision you want this key to be trusted, this public key. And we're going to select 5. And do I really want to trust this? And that is yes. And then we simply click save. So now that system is updated, and if we go back to our crypto and we select this, and the message is still there, now we try to encrypt this, we are able to encrypt a message and of course send that message, providing that the other person is listening. So I've opened this options so people can listen with any kind of system that they want. You don't need some kind of server, you don't need anything else. And I believe eventually I will build in a receiving message portion for this, so if you simply did want to listen with certain things like Netcat, that it'll just send the message and bring it back. But maybe perhaps in the future build that in. But this is simply the alpha version to show you basically some of the things that we can do. The GPG tab here just lists your keys, which there'll be more menu items up here. Shows you how many keys you have in your database, and of course the about, and it tells you how to install the Python GNU-PG systems should you need them, and my contact information and community locations. So this is a very simple program. It will grow as we go into time, as the more features are developed and put into this. I think that it's going to be something that everybody might enjoy. So this is Shadow saying, I hope that you enjoy Shadow Crypto Console. It will be available here soon on GitHub, and as the program progresses, more features and more versions will come out, and it's pretty secure now, so you don't have to worry about people on the other end having encryption keys or whatnot. It's all local for you. So this is Shadow saying, enjoy Shadow Crypto Console. This is just a demonstration for you. It'll be available here soon. Keep checking Shadow's Government and social.shadowsgovernment.com. Fellas, I'm out. We'll see you soon. Adios.